big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Ravens and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Now Tua, and that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air. But most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt them. If he continues to play at that level, it's going to be a hard team to beat on any given day.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now, Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
2nd down, Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. As this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free.
Still 1st down.
Throwing Jackson. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Here's Jackson. He runs with it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Running is Chubb. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua going to give it to Achane, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and long. Here's 2. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Jackson to the left side in the hands of Rice.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. And when you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. And his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. will come back to Baltimore after this. From the gun, here's Tua. A throw on the move is caught. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, Miami. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Go. They'll run right here with Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Jackson now. He's going to run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Now Jackson. A hit, and he has lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw, Jackson. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on you.
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, come on.
Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. He is in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are out to a 21-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's complete to Rice. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Mostert now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. We'll check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now give to Chubb, running right. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7.
Go ahead. Hey, Alpha, sit on.
Once again, it's Chubb. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
Yo.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. 1st down and more for Chubb. That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go with Chubb. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alpha, sit on.
Now, Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Back to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now, set to go now on 1st and 10.
Get right here.
Tua. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Slot man in motion left. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Here's Tungo Bailoa. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And their lead remains at 2.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Ready?
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Ready, get on! Get on!
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Chop Robinson, the man to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Get on!
Now it's Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Jackson now on 2nd down. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Chubb. Good blocking, and he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Mostert now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. On play action, and this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They'll tight end Smith. Tagovailoa working. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Nick Chubb, touchdown Ravens. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Mostert now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins' offense getting thick. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He fumbled the football. One of the Ravens has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
A run up the middle with Chubb. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson looking to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. the visitors' offense, and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. On first down, Tagovailoa to the left side, in the hands of Hill. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. From the gun, here. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Ravens has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in.
And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. To throw is Tua. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He keeps it himself. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
And he's going to be taken down.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Here's a run. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. A task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing Jackson. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. And with an open date on the schedule next week, they'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.